We've got a very big week coming up for Terra Luna Classic, and it might not be due to the SEC. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is it's going to be a big week for Terra Luna Classic due to Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve here in the United States. Yes, we've got another interest rate decision coming up. Now, a lot of analysts right now believe that this is going to be a good week for Terra Luna Classic and cryptocurrency. We're going to discuss why. The analysts in the cryptocurrency market agree on this. Consensus estimates for the overall stock market and macroeconomic environment, they're also in agreement on this. So I'm going into this week with a very positive attitude, knowing that Gary Gensler and the SEC could come around and destroy my faith, knowing that Jerome Powell could sideswipe me and hit me across the side of the head. But regardless, you've got to stay positive if you expect to reach a positive outcome. So we're going to discuss why, and of course, if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. Let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2023 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. Now, look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks in crypto, you get a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting at least 6 free stocks, up to 12 free stocks, and a $1 crypto trade is going to get you $5 in free crypto. If you guys want crypto exclusive exchanges where you can buy, sell, trade, short, leverage, all that good stuff, you get KuCoin and Binance down there. Now, KuCoin and Binance, they offer rewards for the more active traders, so the more you trade, the more you're going to earn. But please be aware, if you guys are holding on those exchanges, it is going to be considered a loan to those exchanges. So if you want to mitigate that risk and make it your asset, which, look, I can't suggest what you guys should do, but it's a crazy environment for crypto right now. You might want to hold on a cold storage or DeFi wallet because, like I say, the SEC is coming after Binance, Coinbase. It's coming after all exchanges and all cryptocurrencies right now. Be as safe as possible. Don't let the exchange go bankrupt. Don't let the exchange kind of halt your withdrawals and so on. Now, guys, we got something to discuss, and I've read several good articles this morning so far. We're not going to be quoting those articles. They basically all say the same thing, and that is that cryptocurrency could rebound this week, and cryptocurrency could have a very nice week based on the interest rate decision here in the United States. The interest rate consensus right now is 5.25%. Why is that important? Because that is zero change from the previous months, or previous six weeks, I should say, the previous reading at 5.25%. That means we will have no interest rate hike for the first time in a very long time. Now, let's discuss why that's important for Terra Luna Classic before we jump into some of the numbers that kind of go to show you that we are doing exactly what we are supposed to be doing, especially during these, I guess, volatile times when people are concerned about the future of crypto as a whole, but not necessarily as concerned about the future of each individual project. With zero interest rate hike, that indicates that what the Federal Reserve has done so far could be working or have worked to reduce the inflation rate here in the United States. Now, are we paying cheaper prices than we were a year ago? No. We are still paying higher prices than we were from the elevated prices that we were paying, and it's still very expensive. Right? I'm sure you guys are feeling that all across the world. It's not just here in the United States, but with inflation falling to a level that apparently consensus estimate views as well enough, we may not have to raise interest rates even further. Now, I would have guessed there was going to be no interest rate hike at the previous announcement. I was wrong. Okay, Jerome Powell has stated in the last 2 addresses or the last 2 press conferences that he is willing to do whatever it takes to get this inflation rate back down to that 2% target rate. He's willing to do whatever it takes that somehow, I mean, you guys can go to a restaurant, right? They're understaffed and it's just terrible conditions. Anytime you go out to eat, you're waiting a very long time. It's sometimes more often than not poor service because nobody is willing to work. Yet Jerome Powell constantly quotes the unemployment rate here in the United States as being the best that it has ever been. I think it's nonsense, but nonetheless, it's one of the factors that they use to determine whether or not to raise or lower interest rates. Now, Terra Luna Classic will absolutely be affected, or should, logically speaking, absolutely be affected in a positive way, because anytime you raise interest rates, right, you give somebody an alternative. Now, if you can make a guaranteed 5, 6, 7% at the bank, or you can risk your money in something like Terra Luna Classic and make 10, maybe 20% on an annualized basis, a overwhelming majority of people are going to choose the guaranteed investment. It's just the way that it is. Now, if interest rates steady off, or if interest rates plateau, or even soon, hopefully, begin to decrease, all of a sudden, that guaranteed interest rate of the bank turns into a 4%, 3%, 1%, 0.5%. Now, if you're faced with a decision to invest in something and make 0.5% annualized return, or you can go risk your money and make a 20% annualized return, of course, you are going to be much more tempted to risk your money once again. That is why we constantly quote risk on, risk off environments in the cryptocurrency space, knowing that cryptocurrency is a very risky asset, especially with the SEC targeting all of these cryptos and all of these crypto exchanges right now. It increases the level of risk. Of course, if you're buying in at these lower prices, it does increase the potential reward, but nonetheless, the risk is there, and you cannot forget about that. So guys, if we are looking to Terra Luna Classic having a good week, it could absolutely be due to Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve coming up on Wednesday. Times to look forward to. Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we are going to see whether or not interest rates have plateaued. If they have, this is a very strong sign moving forward, but we need to wait until 2:30 Eastern time for the Jerome Powell press conference when he fields all of those questions and kind of gives you an extra insight into what the Federal Reserve is deciding to do. If they feel very confidently that inflation is down, what they're doing is working, and interest rates are basically going to plateau now, and we're not going to see any more hikes, I believe we could see an environment that flourishes for cryptocurrency until that, I almost called him a name. Don't call him a name. Until that guy, Gary Gensler, decides to creep around the corner, come out of the shadows again, and all of a sudden, just rain destruction with more of his regulation that he's helping retail investors with. So, we've got a lot to look forward to this week. I want to know, plain and simple, down in the comments below, is Jerome Powell going to raise interest rates, or are we finally stuck at that 5.25 level, plateaued, and nothing but good news ahead? What do you guys think down in the comments? And if that button right there is still red, make sure to click it. Subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a pro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. You guys got ClayBro 883 everywhere. 6 to 12 free stocks on Webull, KuCoin and Binance, free Discord. And until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.